Let's move on to the whole Adam Jones situation in Boston, which, I mean, coming from a fan whose fan base is known for being probably the least classy individuals. Like, anytime I'll look all across the internet. Every time anyone brings up Philadelphia, you'll automatically get reactions from people who are like, "Oh, they're the worst people in the world. If a Philly fan gets run over by a car, they deserve it." And,
wow! Oh my god!
And it's just like it's pretty bad, seeing as though, you know, my fan base threw snowballs at Santa Claus. We threw battery-filled snowballs at Barry Bonds. We threw snowballs with batteries at them at the Dallas Cowboys in a game called the Bounty Bowl. It's like, you look back, you know, we booed our own players, we booed our own draft picks, we booed the all-time best quarterback in our franchise's history. We're just known for being just...
Was that Nick Foles?
No, it was Donovan McNabb. but I will say this about Philly fans, and I think Ricky will back me up here. Mm-hmm. The best position to be in Philadelphia is the backup quarterback. Always like, oh, put Coy Detmer in, put AJ Feely in, put Jeff Garcia in, and then
like,
when we had
God,
and then put Michael Vick in, and then when we had Vick in, it was put Nick Foles in, and then when Nick Foles was our starter, Mark Sanchez, and then when it was Sam Bradford, it was Mark Sanchez. And then when this year, Carson Wentz, when he was going through his low streak, it was, put in Carson Wentz. I mean, put in Chase Daniel.
Put him back in.
Put him back in. But it's just an enigma. And when it all comes down to it, I mean, they called him. I mean, it sucks when you have a fan base who's making racial slurs towards individuals. Like, it's disgusting, but at the same time, you can't really put a stigma on it to the point where you're saying, oh, all Boston fans are racist assholes and they're horrible.
You can't generalize.
You can't generalize a statement like that, because that's not true. But at the same time, I don't see how this, like, it's an issue on a racial standpoint, but I don't see how it's as big of an issue as people are making it, because we all know Boston Red Sox fans were the ones who were saying bad things about A-Rod when he was a Yankee and he would show up to their stadium. They'd call him like A-Royd. Meanwhile, David Ortiz, who is a legend in Boston, admittedly used steroids as well. You know, it's just I don't know. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on it. I mean, I'm not saying that racism doesn't exist and it's okay to be a racist, but what I am saying is we should learn from our mistakes, you know, and try not to do them again. You know, not be like, oh, he's a racist, 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 he's a racist. You know?
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. It's like, the thing is like, with this whole situation, I understand that this is horrible with these people, you know, and it's like it's just a few people that are doing it. It's not like every single Boston Red Sox fan is like racist, like you said. And the problem is that when you do that, then it devalues other racial issues, which I believe that's what it does, because it's like, you know, I'm not saying like it devalues, like, I'm not trying to say it's like, oh, it makes racist issues less important, because they're obviously important. It's just it's like crying wolf, for example. If you get what I'm trying to say, it's like, if it's like you're pointing out everybody, that's just being ignorant. If you get what I'm trying to say, I don't know how to word it, but like, I live near Philadelphia. I live about 45 minutes away, so I've gone to several games, and it's like, I think the stigma is like, like you're kind of hold your team to a certain standard, and you're normally used to that. Mm-hmm. So like, I know like for the Dallas Cowboys, for example, they were booing Troy Aikman, and they were calling for Randall Cunningham to go in the 90s when he was down, when Aikman was on his slope downward. Mm-hmm. And it's like, so it's not just like a Philly fan, Phillies fan specifically. I mean, it's pretty much every fan base.
Well, Niners fans did it too. We all remember the famous Monday Night Football game where the 49ers were playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. Or maybe it was a Sunday Night Football game. I forget. But it was a primetime football game at Candlestick. And the Philadelphia Eagles were up by a number like 27-10 or something like that. And they were just booing Alex Smith. They were just giving him everything. They were just like giving him hell. And they were like, we'd rather start David Carr, a guy who is a career bust, instead of, Alex Smith. And the great part about that situation is, while the 49ers lost 27-24, Alex Smith brought them back in striking distance to possibly win that game. They were a drive away from winning that game until Alex Smith was unfortunately intercepted. Well, fortunately, but unfortunately for him.
Yeah.
But, it happens. It does happen everywhere, but it's a Philly thing.
So here's what I think about it. Let's just put we are three white guys trying to talk about race, which
I'm Hispanic, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Jeez Louise. Okay, everybody.
You're my race. No, I'm playing, bro.
That's racist. You're being racist.
I was assuming. Oh my god.
You're racist.
Anyway.
No, I'm playing, bro. But I am Hispanic. So.
All right. Damn. Woo. All right. So split off
diversity.
Hate crime.